The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Klein. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. And he's out right at the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Klein, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Klein. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
2nd and 10, it's Rosen again. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot.
All right, here we go.
Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 3rd down, Rosen looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Dumping it off for Johnson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen being chased out left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off by Ken Crawley, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll go on the ground. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake. Klein. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Klein. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Now let's go! Blue, landing! Blue!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
No. Check. Patriot!
Rosen now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Rosen off the play action. And he fins, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Tyler Davison in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Sherman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No. Check. Patriot.
Play action here with Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sherman. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
No, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well.
Else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along. So they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action. Klein. And Josh Hill has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Off the play fake. Klein. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Klein. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks you want.
You want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Flushed it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Sherman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. That'll be a gain of 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Over! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On second down, Rosen under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rosen on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. Oh, wide open. Complete. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 94 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
2nd and 10, it's Rosen again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw. Klein. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning past him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position. So
they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On first down, it's Rosen. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to he's got him in. Complete. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Rosen to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Lets it go for Nelson. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They're going on fourth down. Rosen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to